Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am getting ready to go to a Christmas party. We have an adult and teen Christmas party at our church tonight. Actually it's at someone's house, but for our church, and we are going to that. It had a gift exchange, and so Dan and I bought gifts to exchange, and we told the teens that if they wanted to go, because we didn't really care if we went or not, but they really wanted to go, so we told them we would go, and they just needed to buy their gift to exchange. So we went and did that yesterday, and we are planning on going tonight. So I am going to be wrapping the gift that I bought to exchange and making some food. So it just says to bring, a finger of food or dessert or something to share. So I'm doing pepperoni pinwheels, and I have a quadruple batch of pizza dough rising in the kitchen already. And then I'm also making old-fashioned hardtack candy. So this is something that I have been doing the last 2 years for the little store where my daughter works. It's a Mennonite bulk food deli type store, and they used to sell Christmas candy, and then whoever was doing it was no longer doing it, and so they asked me last year if I wanted to make hardtack to sell, and so I did it last year, and I've done it this year a couple of times. We still have a couple weeks till Christmas, so I might get another 1 or 2 batches done to sell. And I've been making the cinnamon flavor for them, but it's really potent. It's good when it's done, but the cinnamon oil is really potent and takes my breath away, and I have to open windows and stuff. So I decided for the video I'm gonna make a lime flavor, and I will show you that here in a second. When I was growing up, we made all kinds of homemade candies, and so this is hardtack. So for that you need water, corn syrup, sugar, and that comes to a certain temperature, which I'll show you, and then you add in food coloring, and then you bring it up the rest of the way, pull it off the heat, wait till it stops boiling, and then add oils. Lorian oils are the best quality that I found. I think Walmart sells them, but I just buy them from the store where I'm selling the hardtack. So, and then it gets poured into a greased pan, and you score it before it's completely cool. Let it cool, break it into pieces, dust it with powdered sugar, and you're done. I feel like candy is intimidating to people because you do have to watch the temperature very carefully, but a good candy thermometer, mine just came from Walmart, makes that pretty easy. You just can't walk away. So while the dough is rising for the pinwheels, I'm going to work on the candy, get it started. It does take a little bit of time because you can't rush it. And I'm also going to have Caleb come. He's our 12-year-old, and he's gonna work on finishing his gift. He's making a knitting needle case for his brother. So he has to do these last, I did mark them, but I don't think you can see it. These last 2 long stitches, and then we're gonna turn it and press it and then finish the edge there. So he's gonna work on that while I work on the food. So here is the recipe that I'm following, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a double batch of this. So I've got my water and sugar in here, and I'm going to use the corn syrup, but I like to spray the measuring cup before I put it in, and that helps it just to slide right out. So you ready to sew the last one then? Okay. So I have the water, corn syrup, and sugar in here. I'm going to stir it together and turn the heat on to medium and just go until the sugar is all dissolved. And I'm not putting my thermometer into the mixture just yet because while the sugar is dissolving, you can go ahead and stir this. Once the sugar is dissolved, then I'm going to put the thermometer in, and then you cannot stir the candy anymore until it's done and you add the flavoring. Now my sugar is dissolved. There's nothing gritty in there. It doesn't ever look clear because of the corn syrup. So you're not waiting for it to look clear. You're just waiting for it to not be gritty anymore. And then... Okay, Caleb, hold on a second. I'm going to add in the thermometer. I can't find the thing to hold it there, but that's fine. It'll be okay. And we are going to 260 degrees, and right now it's just about 100, so we've got a little while to wait. So the temperature is going up. We're at about 240, going for 260. And while that's going, we've got some leftover soup in there for lunch. And then I'm going to work on our pepperoni pinwheels. This is about 1/3 of my dough, so a little over 1 pizza crust. I'm going to roll it out thin, put on some cheese and pepperoni, and then roll it up and slice it. So it's rolled out and some cheese on there, and then I'm going to put pepperoni on there. I know I've shared before, our Save-A-Lot stores carry this 2-pound bag for $5, which is the best deal I've found. Some of them are irregular. There's like bigger pieces in there, so we just chop them up and put them on, and for this it'll be fine. So I just rolled it up like a cinnamon roll, and then I'm going to seal this over. And the best way to do that is to kind of wet the dough the whole way along where it's going to sit. Just keep a glass here and wet my fingers. And then whenever I fold it over, it will stay. Ooh, unless I pull too tight, and then I can cut it. So we're at 260 degrees now. And working on she's helping with the car. We're at 260 degrees, so we're going to add, for a double batch, 10 drops of food coloring. 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not going to stir it. It'll just get incorporated through the boiling process. And now we're going to watch it really carefully because it needs to go right to 300 degrees for the hard tack stage. While that's doing that, I'm going to get this cut up and put onto trays. They're lined with parchment and then sprayed with nonstick spray, and the oven is preheated to 375 degrees. So we'll try to get this done and on the trays while this continues heating up to 300 degrees. Okay, we're at 300 degrees, so we're going to pull this off and let it stop boiling. So this is calming down, and I'm going to spray these baking sheets and then come back and add the oils into here and stir it together. So again, this is a double batch of hardtack, so we're going to use both of these little 1 dram bottles of oil. Just dump them in. Let's stir it together. You see it starts making the steam come up as it gets incorporated. So when that dies down, then I'm going to very carefully pour that onto the 2 trays. So usually I have to do this a couple of times to make sure that the score marks stay, but the edge starts to get hard pretty quickly. So I'm using just a meat cleaver. Something that works really well if you have one is a bench scraper, but I can't find mine. So I'm just going to go through and mark these so that they will break whenever they're cool. So while the pepperoni roll-ups are in the oven and the hardtack is cooling, we're going to go ahead and eat. This is the taco soup recipe from the Prudent Homemaker, except that I added cooked rice to bulk it up and topped with sour cream and cheese. That's what we're having for lunch. So this is mostly cool, so I'm just going to use my hands to break it up and put it in a bowl, and then I can dust it with powdered sugar and get it ready for the party. So usually I just kind of break off a few pieces, and then once you get a little bit out of the tray, then it starts to come out, and it just breaks along the score lines very easily. So while you're watching me break up this hardtack, I wanted to say thank you to all the new faces around here for joining me. And also I wanted to let you know that I'm planning on doing a get to know me Q&A kind of a video soon. And so if you have any questions for me regarding anything about me or my family or my life, go ahead and leave those questions down in the comment section below, and I will get to them, hopefully all of them, but as many as possible in an upcoming video. Again, thank you so much for being here. Okay guys, the food is done for this evening, and I'm just gonna finish off this video by showing you the gift that I got for the gift exchange, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up, and then I will close for today. So let me show you. Okay, again, real life, this is the craft space, so slowly we are getting finished with things. This is the knitting needle case that Caleb made. It's, you know, made by a 12-year-old boy. So this part folds in. It's easier to do when you have two hands. And you put your knitting needles in there and then roll it up. And he also bought his brother stitch markers and a stitch counter to go with this too. So then it gets all rolled up and tied with the ribbons. So that's finished. One more project done. I'm still hoping maybe this afternoon, found a Lego guy on the bed too, to work on a skirt for Emma, my 14-year-old. But anyway, here's what we've got. So we went to Rural King first. We just got the first Rural King in Maryland, came to our town, and so it's kind of still a novelty. So I bought this. I thought it looked really nice. The biggest container is a 3-quart. This is a 1.5 quart, and then 2 small ones. And I got that for, I think it was like $11.53. Oh, there it tells you the sizes. So under $12 for that, and it's something that I would use, so I'm assuming that someone else would use it. And then I got a cutting board to go with it, kind of sticking with the red theme, and the sleeve is ripped, and I think that is why it was on clearance. But I'm just going to tape it back on there, and I may just wrap this and leave this on top of it and maybe tie it up with ribbon. So I think that's what I'm going to do. bit short. You know what? We're just gonna leave it. It'll be okay. Nobody's gonna guess what it is for that. It'll be fine. Oh, I changed my mind. I can't do it, y'all. I have to patch it. That looks better. I feel like there are two kinds of people. One kind loves wrapping gifts and another can't stand it. My husband falls into the can't stand it category. I don't mind wrapping gifts, although I could think of more enjoyable things to do with my time. That end's a little bit messy. It'll be alright. There's that all done, and the cutting board. Just starting to decide. I kind of think if I could do it cockeyed, it would be cute, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So I've got a bunch of ribbon, and it's a mess. We got all of the gold off of there. Let's see, I would like to put one of my little stars on there as well, but I don't want it to get, if we don't tie it tight, it should be okay. I'm gonna tie this on there, and then let's try it again, and one more. All right, there we go. There's our gift for the exchange, and I'm going to go clean up my mess and work on the next project because time is running out. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.